What is up, everybody? Don't even know anymore. It's December 15th. We've got 10 days till Christmas. Welcome back to the Rolling Insights Hockey Show. I'm Caleb Eefting, as always, your host. Um, we've got a special show today. We've got two people joining us. Ray Cote will join us just like last week. We will do a DraftKings lineup. We will obviously talk hockey. And the other special guest that we're going to have, and I'm really excited about it, is we're going to have Aiden jump in here with us. He just got in here, and we're going to get right into it. We're a minute into the show. We're going to add Aiden right in here. Aiden, what is up? How's it going?
I'm good. How are you doing, Caleb?
Pretty good. Aiden, all right. I haven't brought it up yet, but the reason we brought you on is because you are a diehard Oilers fan. And
yeah.
I want to break it down myself, but I'm going to leave the floor to you. Obviously, the big trade of the week, not the big trade of the week because Quinn Hughes, but Stuart Skinner dealt to the Penguins along with Brett Kulak. Was the big deal. Obviously, they got Spencer Stastny as well, but how do you feel that Tristan Jarry is now the starting goalie in Edmonton? Give us your reaction.
Well, to start, we have to go back a few years to when the Oilers traded for Jack Campbell. He was the guy or actually wasn't traded, it's free agent, sorry. He got the big contract, 5x5. He was the guy. It was going to be great because we had this young guy coming up the pipe, Stuart Skinner, who's going to get to play a couple games here or there. Soup was going to carry the load. It was going to be great. It was perfect. It's exactly what you want for your young goalie, right? Nice sheltered position. Did not work. For whatever reason, Edmonton has no luck with that kind of stuff and goalies. Not good. Campbell, obviously, we know what happens to him. Doesn't end up playing again for the Oilers. And then Stu's just kind of thrown to the Wolves, right? Like, first season, all-star. Very, very promising. Calder candidate. And I think every sports fan can kind of appreciate that if you got a hometown kid that's locally grown, like, you want to see him succeed.
Totally.
And so I think it's disappointing to see that it didn't work out, especially when it did look like he had that upside and you've seen all the highs. Like, his highs are real high, but it's just the lows are also sometimes not great. Like, it could be pretty low. So the trade itself, it was kind of weird timing because Stu was kind of peaking up. So he was kind of going on one of those hot streaks. And the return, like the trade itself, it felt kind of like a bit of an overpay.
Yeah.
But Jarry probably is the better goalie overall.
Yeah, I would agree. Like, I think obviously, like, the argument that's always being made is, well, Stu just went to back-to-back Stanley Cup finals. And, like, for sure, yes. But there were moments, obviously, in the Vancouver series, and I think maybe one more series this most recent year, too, that he wasn't even, like, he got pulled for 2 straight games and Pickard had to come in. So it's not like he is, like, a proven playoff performer. Jarry isn't either, but the Penguins haven't been good since he's been there, so it really makes sense. Yeah, I agree. I think Jarry's ceiling is maybe higher, maybe. But like the fact that you had to give up Kulak, I get the money works there, but like that's another guy that's a minute eater that like is just kind of given away.
Yeah, and like I think the thought is the Spencer Stastny kid, he's supposed to just be Kulak from like 5-6 years ago.
Right.
And if that is true, great. A third for that's outstanding. But I mean, he's been playing on Nashville, who's had their own kind of inner demons to play with there for the last couple of years. So time will tell on that one. I'm hopeful that he can kind of evolve from third pairing to second pairing.
Yeah,
maybe that would be great. The one thing I was saying to all my buddies is we're going to know everything we need to know about Tristan Jarry based on the first shot of the game.
Yeah, very true.
He did not get scored on on the first shot of the game.
Yeah.
So we've started out on a good foot. And I mean, getting the win in the first game, great. It's a great start because I just know there would have been riots in the streets if he got scored on at that first shot. That would have just been the most Oiler thing ever.
Yeah. I mean, I watched that whole game against the Leafs, obviously being a Leafs fan. And I will say, like, I'm not convinced, and I don't think it would have mattered who was in net for that game. The Oilers were winning that game. Like, the Leafs were playing terrible. Obviously, the Oilers had a lot to do with that because McDavid and Draisaitl just kind of took over. But you're right. I mean, Skinner has not fared well against the Leafs in his career either. So having Jari in there might have helped. I think it's sad though. Like, I do know some Oilers fans who have been like, the Oilers are just hard on goalies, just from an organization, from a fan base. They obviously Jack Campbell, who you mentioned, which is a great example. Yeah, the $5.5 million, like a steep price for a guy who came off of an all-star season with Toronto. And like, he didn't do anything to help his case, but the amount of goalies that the Oilers have gone through in the McDavid era is like, Skinner was the longest one.
Yeah, he was. And like, let's not even talk about the McDavid era. Let's talk about the 80s era.
Yeah,
Wayne Rollison, trade deadline, great. Sucked after that playoff run.
Yeah.
Didn't make it. Nikolai Habibulin, the Bulin Wall.
Wow.
Oiler goalie, crazy.
Yeah.
Didn't work out.
I forgot about that.
Ben Scrivens shows up, has like a 57 save performance. Everyone's thinking, oh my God, we got him. He's like, this is our guy. Ran out of town. And the list keeps going on and on. Talbot.
The Oilers love taking guys from the Leafs, eh?
Yeah, honestly.
Hyman, Brown. I mean, it's a long list. Goalies. Ben Scrivens was crazy. That's a deep pull too.
Yeah, Ben Scrivens, Mike Smith. We got Mikko Koskinen, like a Mike Smith-Koskinen tandem. Like, we didn't know how good we had it. Like,
yeah, true.
Albeit the Mike Smith pizza up the middle every once in a while sucked, but his fire, great to watch. Really like. He
also had it's like Bouchard. He might throw a pizza up the middle, or it might be a breakaway pass from Mike Smith. You never know what it's going to be.
Exactly. There was the one, I think, against San Jose where in OT he threw it right on to McDavid's stick, and that was game, which was unbelievable. But yeah, like looking at Koskinen's numbers, like, he had the reputation. What you're gonna do, you're gonna cross the blue line and you're gonna go high glove side, and you're probably gonna score. His numbers, he was league average. Like, he was consistently a league average goaltender, and he got ran out of town because he wasn't elite. And so, yeah, to your point, Edmonton goaltenders, it's like oil and water. For whatever reason, they'll never be good enough. And even if they are good enough, the fans will find something to pick at, it seems.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the only way Stu stays, I think, is if they win one of the last two cups, and then you have to do the legacy signing where he just stays forever because he got you a cup. Now it's on Jerry's shoulders for really to the end of McDavid's contract, because I think he has 2 more years on the deal. So really, you're thinking like, this is your guy. You cannot. There's nothing else to add. Jari is your guy. Stu is obviously a free agent at the end of this year, so at least you have some consistency. But crazy trade.
Yeah, it's definitely the last goalie Stan Bowman can put in the starter's crease in the McDavid era. There's 100%. No more bullets. You can get maybe a backup improvement over Picard.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like, that's the move. I was personally hoping we would just ride the season out. Stu could catch fire in a pan, and we just go on out to the playoffs with that, and then look at it at off season.
Yeah.
Saros, like get a Saros for someone. That was kind of my guy I was looking at.
Yeah.
So yeah, to wake up and the first thing I see is an Elliot Friedman tweet saying Jari to Edmonton's happening. Like, literally 5 seconds after turning that alarm off, I was like, oh my God, how am I supposed to do anything today? Like, this is crazy.
Yeah. That was, I mean, I was shocked. Thanks for jumping on, Aiden. It was great to have you. you're a busy guy, though. We know you're on the development side here with Rolling Insights, and so we'll let you get back to it. But we appreciate you jumping on for some Oilers talk, and we'll get you on again for sure.
Yeah, happy to do it. I got a lot of hot takes, so let me know. We need them.
Perfect. All right, there's Aiden, and we have everybody's favorite guest, Ray Cote, is back on the program. There he is. Look at that smile. He is back.
Eves, what's
Ray,
up?
how you doing, brother?
Good, man. Just crushing a quick Alani for the
Look
third
at
time
you.
today.
Well, kids, right?
Yeah, I was up late, as you know.
It happens. Well, okay, we'll jump into it right away here because we just had Aiden on. Obviously, he's a diehard Oilers fan. We will get to the Quinn Hughes trade, which is obviously the biggest trade of the weekend. But Stu Skinner obviously goes to Pittsburgh. You are a Penguins fan.
Yeah.
Crosby's been your boy forever.
Forever.
So let's hear it. What's your take on the trade?
I talked to so many Oilers fans. I was super surprised on the narrative that Jari's like a horrible goalie.
Yeah,
I know that's the recency bias because last year was like, oh, like he might not play in the NHL anymore.
Yeah.
But like the guy's played 7-8 seasons and has never, other than last year, never been below like a 909. He's a solid goaltender. And like he's a big guy, super like quick, athletic. And like from the start of this year, he bounced back and he's like cooled off a little, but I think he's at a 909 again.
Yeah.
Something like that. So I was kind of surprised that everyone was like, oh, this is a downgrade. I was like, I feel like it's like relatively even, or Jari's may be a little more, I wouldn't say proven because he's played way less playoff games, but who knows? Sometimes like that switch up just makes the D play better.
Yeah, I would agree. Like I think maybe the price they have to pay made it a lateral move, not necessarily who Jari is and who Skinner is.
Yeah.
I think they have similar issues in like their games, right? Like they kind of give up some soft ones every now and then, but then they make some miraculous saves. Yeah. I think like it's what's that?
They both don't play the puck the best.
No, which also matters quite a bit. But I think to me, I think if you had gone in, if they could make the money work getting Pickard out and getting Jari and Skinner in, I think you immediately become Cup favorites just because of who you are.
Yeah.
Those two guys.
I imagine they tried it, but just maybe couldn't make it work. But yeah.
Yeah. They said that they were going on for 2 weeks trying to figure this out, and the only way to get it done was Skinner in there.
Yeah, fair enough. And yeah, it probably sucks for them to lose Kulak too, because he's been actually pretty decent for him. But yeah, I don't know who. I'm sure they tried with Saros too, but Saros is like a full $2 million more than Jari.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. Like and Aiden mentioned it too. Like now you're committed. Jari's your guy till the end of McDavid contract. You're committing to, which it's not a bad bet. He's only 30 years old.
Yeah.
The money's a little bit more, obviously 5.3 something around there.
Yeah.
But Stan Bowman, I mean, this is your guy. There's nothing else to do. There's no like no questions anymore. You just have Jari for the next 3 playoff runs, basically.
Here's another point I would love to bring up.
Yeah.
What was the whole point of hiring Stan Bowman? A guy that traded away Patrick Kane, Teravainen, and Nick Schmaltz. That's just off the top of my dome.
Yeah. No, you're right. I mean, it's not like the hire wasn't like a great hire because they got out of Ken Holland and people were like, great, this is like Holland kind of met his peak here in Edmonton, and then you went to Stan Bowman, and it's not like he's like a generational thinker. Like you're not changing what you're doing basically.
Yeah.
And it's not like he gave out the Nurse contract or anything. So like you're not saying, but he did give out the Frederick contract, which is already looking pretty terrible.
There's Just the
only
trade
30
history.
games in. But like, yeah, the trade history alone, not to mention like within Edmonton, but Chicago, the trade history in Chicago is terrible.
And you guys hired Sorelli a decade ago, who had an even worse trade history. Like, how did you
Yeah,
not?
yeah. Oh my goodness.
How did you not hire him?
Can't even bring him up. That's we'd be talking Oilers trades all day and contracts all day if we brought up
Sorelli,
the
yeah.
GMs of the past. But I think honestly for Pittsburgh too, it was kind of a no-brainer, right?
Yeah.
Like from Pittsburgh side of things, I think it's a like the rare win-win trade for both, where it's not like necessarily the biggest swing for either of them. But like Pittsburgh gets Skinner, they have two young goalies who they really like. Skinner's a free agent at the end of this year. I think if I was to guess, I'm sure he would love to stay in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is a great city.
Yeah.
And you went from playing with McDavid to playing with Crosby, which is stupid. Like,
Tough
I can't wait to hear the stories, like I can't wait to hear the differences. But yeah, I mean, they're not going to be, Pittsburgh's not going to be worse. Skinner's a pretty equal goalie. He'll probably play pretty well in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And they're still competing for a playoff spot, so he's still in the race, which is good. I mean, it's not. If that was the only trade, we would be talking more about it. But obviously, that's not the only trade. And 6 hours later, Quinn Hughes got traded, who we talked about last Monday, and we were like, "There's smoke." Obviously, there's smoke. And now Quinn Hughes is in Minnesota.
Did you watch that game last night?
I did.
That guy was on fire.
Yeah. And that's like, I've watched a lot of Vancouver games this year, and I have been like, man, is something wrong with him? But he really obviously just didn't care, which is fair. You're a last place hockey team. I don't like that attitude anyway from a captain or from a player at all. I hate when guys give up. I don't care if you're not getting points, just the effort level. Like you got to show up for your team.
Yeah.
So I don't love it.
Too.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, they've got some big time issues in Vancouver still. But getting Quinn Hughes in Minnesota, I know they gave up a lot, but like that's a swing you got to take.
Here's another take I have. Like, I don't think a lot of people are saying how lopsided it was. I also don't think that's that lopsided. Like,
for who? For Vancouver?
Like for Minnesota, I don't think you gave up that much. You gave up.
Okay. Yeah.
That's about it. That Liam prospect, he's not good.
Yeah, he's an AHL guy right now. Yeah.
You're replacing William with Hughes, so you're not giving him up.
Yeah.
Obviously, and you're like 3xing the player.
Yeah, for sure.
And obviously, you give up a first, which is what you should get for the second best defenseman in the league.
100%. I think the issue now is like, let me see if I can pull it up. I'm going to go to Daily Faceoff here and bring up Minnesota Wild line combos because their center depth is it's a little bit thin right now after you take him out. Let me pull this up because we can talk about it.
Their 1-2s, Eriksson, Ek, and Hartman.
Yeah.
I'd assume. Or is Hartman on the wing now?
Which is not, it's not terrible. Let's see here what we got. Yeah, so we have, oh, this isn't working for me. This is great. It's just taking its sweet time. There we go.
Oh, they got Urov.
There we go. Yeah, Urov, Eriksson, Ek, Hartman, and Sturm. And you take Marco Rossi out of that, and that's like, I mean, it's not obviously a big deal, but it looks thin, and they don't really have any more bullets to fire to get a center. So now you're rolling with, and I still think it's worthwhile. Like, I'm not saying that they shouldn't have traded for Quinn Hughes, because obviously they should have traded for Quinn Hughes. I would give up anybody except Matthews, and well, actually, I don't even know about that. Actually, no, I don't actually know if there's anybody on the Leafs I wouldn't trade for Quinn Hughes at this point. But you take out Rossi, and like your decor is stacked, but your center ice position is maybe a little thin now.
Very true. I wonder, it would be sick for Billy G if he could pull it off with like just picks and maybe another prospect. Would be to get Kadri.
Totally, yeah. I mean, they still can, because they still have I would argue, quite a deep prospect pool in the minors. And like if you're kind of going all in, so you might as well go all in and try to get Kadri, ship out another first round pick, do whatever you have to do.
Yeah.
You adding Quinn Hughes makes you a Stanley Cup contender.
Yeah, 100%.
You also have the goaltending for it. Wallstedt and Gustafsson are both great.
Yeah. Yeah. I think
it's crazy for Vancouver though. Like the fact that this is their second captain in a row that's been traded within 3 years. Your franchise player Elias Pettersson has not developed, has taken major steps back. JT Miller got traded. He's become a captain somewhere else. And I was listening today that New Jersey had a deal in place. They could not get their guys to waive their no move clauses to go to Vancouver.
Ooh.
Which speaks to the fact that no one really wants to play. I shouldn't say no one wants to play in Vancouver. No one wants to play for the Canucks because Vancouver's a great city. I think it's right now. It's just no one wants to play for the GM because of lack of loyalty or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
But the fact that he could have had all three Hughes brothers on the same team, and you just had guys. Probably Dawson Mercer wouldn't waive. I would assume that's probably who they were centering the deal around.
Yeah, I bet.
That's a big statement for Vancouver.
Yeah, 100%. Man, like I also was like, obviously all the rumors were Hughes to New Jersey, Quinn, but like I was also under the impression like he doesn't really fit there. Like Luke would have to give up a lot of play time.
Yeah.
Obviously their brothers, they'll figure it out, but like I don't know if that even ever makes sense.
No, I agree. I also think like that's not what New Jersey needs.
No.
Like New Jersey does not need Quinn Hughes. Like they need scoring now with Jack Hughes out. They need a lot of other stuff. They do not need another defenseman. They have a great decor.
Yeah.
Like Dougie, Luke Hughes, Siegenthaler, Nemec, Pesce. Like they've got a pretty deep defensive core, and it's not old either. Like those are pretty young guys.
Yeah.
So I'm a little bit surprised that they were even in on it because I just don't think that they would have. First of all, they don't need him, and then obviously no one wants to play in Vancouver. So, kind of a wash there. But I mean, he looked really good in Minnesota.
Oof.
Like really good in Minnesota. There was like he looked like Quinn Hughes like at the peak of his performance.
Yeah. I saw something today that was like that. What year would that be? What was it, 23 or 24 playoffs when the Vancouver Canucks went to Game 7 against Edmonton? 24 playoffs, right?
Yeah, would have been. Yeah.
Well, you're at your wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's like 3 players left.
Yeah. Demko, Pettersson, and Besser. That's it.
I think so. Yeah. Or
right?
Hoglander, I think, is still there, right?
Nope. Yeah, he would have been. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it. Like, that's so tough. And like, you see that. That's honestly like the Flames in like 21 or whatever. Or 22, sorry.
Yeah, true.
Like, that team's gone.
Yep.
So crazy how that happens. Like, they didn't make it to conference finals, but you make it deep into the playoffs and then you blow up the team.
Yeah. I mean, Calgary or Vancouver's kind of going through a similar thing that Calgary went through during that time where like Kachuk didn't want to stay and Gaudreau didn't want to stay. Yeah. Which is kind of surprising that they could re-sign Besser this offseason. I thought that was a sign that they were not going to deal everybody. Like I was like, okay, Hughes will probably stay now.
Besser
re-signs. Yeah.
Right?
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Oh.
He re-signed for like 7 or 8 years, I think.
Yeah. And like, as Canadian markets, you stop drafting American players.
I mean, you kind of have to think about it. Matthews is obviously committed to Toronto, but still for only like 2 more years after this one, or 3 more years, whatever it is. And I'm not convinced he'll stay after that, especially if they're not winning. But I think it's definitely something that has to be brought up.
Yeah.
Because there's no American stars other than Brady Tkachuk in Ottawa, and he's pretty committed there. But that's really the only guy you can think. Cole Caulfield maybe in Montreal.
Sure.
I
Yeah.
don't know if he's in the same class as those guys. He's probably like the tier below Tkachuk and Hughes and Matthews, but
Yeah. I would say
um,
But yeah, that's like about it. Like unless we're really forgetting someone, which I don't think so.
no, like if you go through the big, like the top American players, it'd be like Eichel, Larkin, Thompson,
Yeah.
all the gold. Hellebuck, I guess, staying in Winnipeg. He resigned for 8 years.
I was gonna say Dustin Wolf too.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Yeah. So
Or
goalies,
Kyle
maybe.
Connor, I guess.
Kyle Connor, too. Yeah, he committed. Yeah. So I guess, I mean, there's a little bit more, but I still think it's probably more in people's minds than it used to be, for sure.
Yeah.
It used to be where they just wanted to draft Canadians just because we thought they were tougher and better.
Yeah.
And now it's kind of flipped where Americans do have an edge.
William had a great game. My opinion to him was like, okay, is this guy, like, he has a decent amount of points. He only has 3 goals.
Yeah.
30 games, but he has a decent amount, like 14 assists. Does that take a step back when you go to Vancouver instead of dishing it to Kirill and Boldy?
Yeah, probably. But the ice time goes up.
Ice time goes up for sure. But yeah, he did look really good in his Vancouver game.
Yeah.
But I was like he's not proven. He's got 30 games.
Yeah, for sure. It's a risk for sure. And he's a college guy coming out. Like, you never know how those guys are going to be long term. I think though, like if you're the Canucks, you're kind of just banking on getting the first overall pick now. Like, you just want McKenna.
Yeah.
Like that's your plan now, which is they should be terrible the rest of the season. I don't see how they're not.
Yeah, 100%. Did you watch Connor Bedard's injury?
I did.
I was watching that game live.
Yeah.
0.8 seconds left. Just taking a draw.
Yeah.
I still don't know what happened. It looked like nothing. I watched it like 100 times.
I don't even think they really announced what it was. All I know is he's going to be out till January.
Like, he held his shoulder. It was obviously a
Yeah.
shoulder injury, but it made no sense. Like,
No.
me and Laney were watching it, and Laney was like, what happened? I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, like it I mean, they all say too, like if you read the quotes from the game, it's like he didn't even know what happened. There's just a freak thing. Like, it didn't look like his shoulder was out or anything like that, but like a month would scream to me that it obviously wasn't out, because I don't think he's had a history of shoulder injuries either.
No. It's like collarbone, right?
Collarbone, yeah, maybe AC joint or something like that. That's usually like getting crushed in. I do think though, like this is good because I wanted to switch into Olympics talk, because the ice is obviously they've committed to it. The ice isn't going to be ready till like February 2nd. But Bedard was, I would say, does this hurt his case to making the Olympic team, or does it really not affect it just because he's hurt? They're not going to change anything.
Doesn't help. Like, that's a month that he could be proving himself even more. And we talked about it last week. And I even kind of looked at the lineup even more. Here's what I wanted to bring up.
Yeah, go for it.
This is a crazy point just because of his name, but I've never been a fan. If I'm making this team, I am not bringing Mitch Marner.
Yes.
I am bringing Connor Bedard and Tom Wilson, and Mitch is staying home. I don't care that he made that one play at the Four Nations.
2 plays. He scored a winner in game 1. We'll give him that.
Well, he got lucky.
Yeah, true.
No, I'm kidding. Game 1 was good. And, I know he passed it to McDavid off the wall, and it was like a decent play. But Bedard could do it.
For sure.
Yeah, and like power play threat, Bedard's release, like I would way rather have him. And Mitch is, I don't know, like how do you leave Toronto, go to Vegas, like the sickest team in the West, no noise, and you're dog.
Yeah, it's not good. That's like I think the Leafs have 14 wins. Vegas has 16 wins. Obviously, Vegas is first in their division with 41 points because they've lost 9 games in overtime, and the Leafs have lost 5, and they've lost more in regulation.
Right.
But like, I think Nyes has more points than Marner this year. Obviously, Nylander does as well. I don't think I would have predicted that before the season, though.
No.
Like, I had Mitch easily clearing 100 points. Right?
Same.
Like, it was kind of like a foregone conclusion. Not that he would play with Eichel the whole time, but he's at a point per game right now. So he's 32 points in 31 games, which isn't like terrible, but like you would assume going to a team like Vegas where, yeah, you said the pressure's all off, that he would do so much better. I have seen like people on Twitter are not happy with him because it's the same stuff that's popping up. It's the giveaways. It's not playing tough. And you're right. Like the Olympic ice is not going to be bigger, which would have probably saved him a little bit, given him a little more time and space. We know Mitch Marner in time and space is great. He's not going to have that time.
No.
I see your case. I don't think they will leave him off because it's like,
yeah,
you can't leave Mitch Marner off that team just because of the name. But I think that's an issue Canada runs into all the time, where they pick the name more than they pick the best team.
Yeah, it's true. Well, the World Juniors, it's the worst.
100%. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, like you leave like guys off the list that have 30 goals by December. Like it makes
Zane Parekh last year, Beckett Seneke. Like there was guys last year that made no sense leaving off the team.
McCarr was a 7th defenseman.
Yeah. It's
Great.
I agree. I think like I thought, all right, actually I didn't think, but I kind of figured that Marner it's not going to change who he is. Like leaving Toronto wasn't going to get any easier for him. He's still going to have struggles in the playoffs. He's not going to be the guy in the playoffs. And it's not like, oh, you have to wait and see because it's in Vegas. It's different. You watch any game in this regular season, he's looked the exact same. He'll make these ridiculous plays, and you're like, oh my goodness, Mitch Marner has so much skill.
Yeah.
And then he'll like almost get hit, and he'll try to spin off, and he'll chip a puck, and it just turns over and it's in the back of the net.
Dude, I saw the best. It was one of those like puck personality things.
Mm.
And they were asking people like who has the best hockey IQ, and they asked Mitch, and he goes, "I like to throw myself in there."
Yeah.
Literally, and just with Vegas, just plays with Vegas, so only 30 games worth of like 10 clips of him in his own net, turnover goal. Like it's crazy.
That is not like hockey IQ is not what comes to mind when I think of Mitch Marner.
No, talented. That's all
Talented for sure. It's like super great passer, pretty good skater, good edge work. Not the fastest guy. Hockey IQ is not up there.
Not at all.
And that's why he also struggles in the playoffs. Like that's where hockey IQ guys shine.
Yeah.
Why is Barkov and Bennett the best guys in the playoffs every year? It's not because they're the most skilled guys. It's because they understand the game when it gets to that level.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, that's my Olympic hot take is I would leave Mitchie off and bring anyone else.
Yeah, I mean, I watched a couple Washington games over this week, and I can't remember who it was. Maybe it was Saturday night or one night. Tom Wilson has to be on the team for me.
Nasty.
He has to.
Yeah.
Like you can't even really argue that he's not good enough for the team. Like he's flying out there.
Yeah.
And even if he didn't have he's a big body. Even if he wasn't as physical and mean as he is, I still think you partially have to take him for the size and the skill, which is not something that Tom Wilson most people think about when they think about Tom Wilson. But
yeah,
he's a game changer, not because of his skill, but kind of because of his skill, but more so just because of his attitude and energy.
Yeah, man, you watch him this year. He's creating plays. He's not just burying around the net or having tap-ins. He's creating plays. He's buzzing around.
Yeah,
still hitting. He's even dialed back a lot of the stuff to
sure
produce more.
Yeah, he hasn't been suspended in quite a while.
Yeah,
and there was a string there where you were he's probably. I mean, he got a 6-gamer or something like that at some point.
Yeah,
and you were thinking that he could turn into not what you really want. But yeah, I mean, I still think you have to take Bedard. I still think you have to take Wilson. I still think you have to take Celebrini too. Like, he's not slowing down either.
He's so good. Like, talk about hockey IQ.
Mm-hmm.
He is at 19 so crazy to watch. And like, who did he go after when they hit Will Smith? Like, love this.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I think it was a Pittsburgh. I think they were playing Pittsburgh.
Yeah, like, what a beauty.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I don't like bringing everything back to the Leafs, but like, can you name one superstar on the Leafs that would go after a guy after this kid's 19 and he's like going after? I don't know who he went after, but it's impressive. And like, you're right, the hockey IQ. I was watching some breakdown saying like he's the closest thing to Sidney Crosby as a prospect has been since Sidney Crosby. Like, he's the closest IQ wise. Like, they're so similar in how they think.
Yeah, I agree. Like, defensively, like,
yeah,
he's breaking up plays. Like, it was actually, and like you mentioned earlier, I've been watching Sid forever.
Yeah.
And yeah, I watched the San Jose, I think it was Edmonton game, whatever it was, Edmonton Toronto recently, and he was nasty. Like, defensively, he was really good.
Yeah, like,
game.
You're not going to be like worried with him on the ice defensively, which is always kind of the knock on young guys. They're like, how are they going to go when the game gets tighter, when the medals are on the line? I don't think he's going to be any worse. He'll just like he's a great defensive player. He knows the game. It's not like the moment's going to get too big for him. He's been kind of born for this, really.
Yeah, and I kind of wonder, like, there's a lot of emphasis put on like taking young guys to the Olympics. Like, what, like, when has it not worked out? Like, Drew Doughty was 20 years old and he was the best defenseman on the team once they gave him the ice time. Like, Sid was obviously young, but like, they left Sid off his rookie year. Like, he could have made an impact for sure.
Yeah, 100%. Oh, it wouldn't, not even a question in my mind. He would have been like fantastic for that team.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like it's different. Like, the young guys you're taking are not like unproven guys. Like, these guys have been, their whole lives have been made for big moments.
Yeah.
Their first overall picks or second overall picks, like, they have been born for these moments. You're not like worried about them shying away.
No. And they're like, I don't know. They do. We just, put them on the fourth line or.
Yeah, 100%. It's not a fourth line either. Like, that's the thing. Like, you're not playing on a team with fourth liners. Like, your fourth line is, you might not get the ice time, but it's not like you're playing with like Scott Laughton and Steven Lorentz out there. Like, not to put those guys down.
Rolling four lines, basically.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Keep this team available.
Yeah. Any other topics you want to bring up? Anything on your mind hockey-wise? Well, obviously, we're going to do the DraftKings lineup here shortly, but anything else you want to bring up that's been on your mind hockey-wise lately?
News-wise, not really. Like, I have some players to highlight, but we can do that as soon as we hop into DraftKings here.
Yeah, we can bring those guys up. I mean, I was watching the Leafs-Oilers game this weekend on Saturday, and I had my son sitting there with me. And I was like, you know what? I don't know if I can make you a Leafs fan. I don't know if I can do it. I know it's one game in the middle of the season, but the pain I feel when I watch Connor McDavid just skate circles around the Leafs for 60 minutes. And Austin Matthews does nothing. He does nothing.
Dude, I don't, like, if you're Morgan, I don't know what, like, he does it to you every year. Like,
every year.
Like, at least just have the gap so big that you make him shoot.
Yeah, 100%. You have to.
Like, get right in front of the goalie that he's shooting instead of blowing by you every single year.
Like, honestly, at this point, it'd be better if you see him start to loop, just get off the ice. Just skate off. He's going to get a breakaway anyway. At least he doesn't make you look stupid on the way into the net. That was like, I mean, Morgan's not the best skater, but watching him try to pivot and take like one stride to catch McDavid was like, oh my goodness. And you feel so bad for Hildeby. What's he supposed to do? You got McDavid cutting across the net at full speed.
Yeah,
Like,
and it's like, he's only got a handful of games in his career.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I mean, you can scout that team all you want. It's a different thing seeing McDavid speed up close. It really is. Like that's different. Okay. Well, we will finish off this stream by doing our DraftKings lineup. We're going to do it a little bit differently this week.
Also,
yeah, go for it.
I won $100.
There you go. Nice. We didn't win anything with our lineup last week.
No, we did not.
I looked back though. If we had played that same lineup the next night, obviously there's some guys that weren't playing. We would have been up like top 5 because Donor had a big night the next night. There was quite a few guys that played on back-to-back nights and had some pretty good nights. So
yeah.
Anyway, this week what we're going to do is we're going to each get one pick each, and then obviously for the wingers and probably the goalie, I would assume we'll kind of do together.
Yeah.
It's a 5-game slate. There's I can read off the games here, but we can obviously, it gives us a little bit of a better view. So tonight we have the Panthers against the Lightning, which is always a good game. Should be nice and rough. Ducks and Rangers in a Jacob Trouba revenge game.
Mm-hmm.
We got the Senators and the Jets. Senators in Winnipeg. Predators and Blues, and the Kings and the Stars finish it off. Not like, I mean, pretty good games.
Not bad.
Nothing crazy.
Trouba's first time back? No. Is it?
I feel like it is because I was reading something about, I think he was either hurt or something like that, because it's Kreider and Trouba that are going back.
Right.
Kreider, it's his first time. Trouba has played once.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
As a Duck, but obviously more as when he played for Winnipeg. So Kreider's first time back. Trouba's not first time back, but
yeah.
Anyway, I will let you pick first. Just let me know when you want to scroll, and we can go through.
All right. So center.
How do you want to organize this? You want to go fantasy, or you want to go points per game, or do you want to go salary? What do you want to do?
Let's go.
Or you already have your guys. Okay.
So we're gonna go like you pick a center, I pick a center type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
This is a funny pick, and we talked about this trade last week, but I'm gonna take Dylan Cousins because this guy has like 7 points in 3 games.
He's hot.
Super hot.
Great value too.
Yeah.
Great value. That's a good pick. I like it. We did talk about Dylan Cousins last week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also,
I like that pick a lot.
Out, hey?
What's that?
Zibanejad is out. Pinto out. Five is out.
Seguin obviously is out. He's out long term. Deneau is out for LA. There's like, I think it's the injuries this year have been crazy. This has got to be the craziest year for injuries. I think obviously the schedule's condensed because of the Olympics, because of those 2 weeks off.
Yeah.
I do think though too, this is just a quick aside, but going back to Bedard, I think he would have been out longer term if the Olympics weren't this year.
Probably. Yeah.
I feel like they want to get him back for some games in January to prep him because I feel like he's on the team. That's where I'm at. That's what I think. But okay, I love Wyatt Johnson tonight. Wyatt Johnson is always a guy that I usually lean towards, but I'm actually going to go somebody different though. I'm going Rupe Hintz.
Great pick.
I just had a good feeling about him. I bet him as an anytime goal scorer as well tonight. So I love Dallas against LA. Usually some good games. So all right, wingers, we will go one each and then we'll combine on the last one since there's 3 of them.
Yeah.
Give us your pick.
Yeah, I love Dallas against LA, especially with half their centerman's gone.
Yeah. And to know being their most defensive center gone, that's big.
Yeah, absolutely. Ooh. You know what? I almost want to take Stammer for that based on that 4-goal game.
Yeah, seriously.
Wonder if he and like against St. Louis, they're both horrible teams. But I kind of feel like that game might be a snooze fest.
Yeah, I agree.
So, winger wise, I kind of want to go Cutter Gauthier.
Nice. It's been hot.
Yeah.
I like it. The Rangers let in a ton of goals too. Like even with Shesterkin, they're kind of porous. Mm-hmm. Anaheim obviously scores a ton of goals too, which helps. I'm gonna go on the other side, and we can talk about this because maybe this isn't the best pick. But when I was watching the Rangers and Montreal game on Saturday night, JT Miller had an absolute bomb for the OT winner.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, maybe he's starting to heat up. Not the guy I'm going to take. I'm going to take Will Cooley. But I feel like the Rangers are starting to kind of find their stride a little bit speed-wise. They're starting to play better at home. They obviously won that game against Montreal. I love Will Cooley. The guy's a monster. He's only getting better. I'm going to go with Will Cooley as my pick.
You know what? I'm going to switch my pick so we can have more salary to collaborate on.
Okay.
I want Beckett Seneke.
Nice. Okay. I like it. Good pick. Okay, winger pick. We have quite a bit of cap space left here.
Yeah. My votes are Hagel or Kempe.
Yeah, I was actually going to say Hagel. Kempe I like a lot too.
Kempe's been very hot.
I do feel like the Florida-Tampa games are always like physical big games.
Yeah.
And Hagel usually shows up. I think we go Hagel.
Or like, I know Florida's not playing great, but like Reinhart, Marshy are great picks.
Yeah, either of those two. I think it's got to be out of that game. I mean, Kempe, I don't like playing against Dallas because they're usually they're pretty good defensively. But let me see. They've
like Marshy's coming off a 3-point game and Reinhardt's coming off a 2-point game.
And similar to Hagel, where those guys show up.
Oh yeah,
like
especially like interstate games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, Vasilevsky's out tonight for Tampa as well, so that does change things because it's Jonas Johansson.
Yeah.
So maybe that guy is. Kempe has 7 points or 5 points in his last 5 games, so he's playing well too.
Yeah.
I think we maybe go. Yeah, Marchand or Reinhart, I think, is probably the pick just based on Hedman's out, Vasilevsky's out.
Yeah.
Those are big losses for Tampa.
Yeah.
I'll leave the final. They're pretty much the same. So Marchand or Reinhart, what are you thinking?
I say we go Marshy.
Okay. I like it. Been playing better recently. All right. Your pick on the defenseman.
I think this is going to make you laugh pretty good. Darren Radish.
Darren Radish. He has been so hot lately.
5 points, 3 games.
He's got 7 goals on the season.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
He is 3 points away from a point per game defenseman.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
I can't even fathom that. My mind, I can't wrap my head around that. Like it's like, to me, Darren Radish and Nick Perbix are like the same guy. You know?
Yeah. Darren Radish is the old Eric Cernak, eh?
100%, something like that. Like, oh my goodness, that's hilarious. Okay, I like it. Man, there's a lot of injuries. Hey, Fox, Hedman.
Yeah.
Who's running the power play in New York? Is it Kendra Miller? Or sorry, not Kendra Miller. He's in Carolina. Schneider?
maybe. Is it Gavrikov?
That'd be
I
a
have
tough
no
one.
idea.
I feel like it's got to be Braden Schneider.
Yeah. My boy Carson.
Not that I'm going to. Yeah, Carson Soucy. That'd be rough too. I think I'm going to go with Jackson Lacombe.
Nice.
I like Anaheim tonight. I like that game. We do have a couple of Anaheim guys now. Taking pairs, I don't feel like is ever a bad idea either. And Seneke and Lacombe obviously are on the power play. So
yeah.
A goalie, obviously we're super limited in goalies. I can go through maybe they have the starters out. Yeah.
They do.
We do have some money, but obviously it's I mean,
like I feel like good picks is Dostal,
yeah,
or Saros or Allmark if you want to save a little bit of money.
Yeah.
Or I don't. Is it Hofer or Hofer? But
I don't actually know how to say his name. So we, based on our lineup.
Yeah.
Obviously, if Cousins goes off, we don't want Hellebuck. And I don't know if that's the way we want to play it. We're going to have a guy who probably goes cold anyway.
Yeah.
We can't go Kemper. Kemper is obviously out because Dallas should put up a few on him. The Nashville-St. Louis game, yeah. I mean, St. Louis is terrible.
So bad.
I feel like Saros has got to be our guy here.
Yeah, I think so. They've won 2 in a row.
Yeah, they're playing better.
He's only let in 5 goals in 2 games.
Yeah, and that saves us too. All right, we're going UC Saros. This leaves us a good chunk of change for a utility guy.
How much we got? Can't see.
7,000.
Ooh, 7,000.
Can make it bigger maybe for you. Does that help? It keeps it the same size. It just makes it bigger. Going through the list, we have 7,000 left. So Brandon Hagel, Gensel, Carlson, Reinhardt, Jake Sanderson, Wyatt Johnson's on that list. Kempe, we could still take Kempe if we're feeling like he could have a big night, which he has been known to do. He's probably the guy that, it's of the guys available, it's really Hagel, Wyatt Johnson, and Kempe really that are kind of jumping out.
Yeah.
As guys that you would want. We don't have any Dallas players, except for Rupe Hintz. So
I say we take Wyatt, man.
Yeah.
I think he's got 13 power play goals.
Yeah. You're right. Okay. Going through our team, we have.
Wait 1 second. If you take away Seneke, does Troy Terry get available?
Let's see. Troy Terry would be a little bit down the list here. Not quite, but we could. I mean, I'm not attached to Will Cooley, and I do really like Troy Terry. If we think that Anaheim's going to have a big game,
I could
go down the list here. Okay. Let me go down the list here and see what we have for wingers.
We also have only lost. They've lost the last 2 games, and they've only lost 3 in a row once this year.
Yeah.
If you take away Cooley, does Terry become available?
Yeah, I took away Cooley. So now if we add Terry, we have 3,700. So I can add in Marchessault or Luosterainen in Florida is another pick that, he gets a lot of PK time.
Yeah. Who's our wingers?
Skevich. What's that? Wingers now are Terry and Brad Marchand.
Okay. And you have 3,700 left?
3,700 left. Yeah.
Let's take a look here. Yeah, Marchessault's not. Well, what's he been doing lately? Okay, he's kind of on and off with points.
Yeah. The only benefit is just that St. Louis is trash. That's really what we're kind of banking on.
Rodriguez is not a bad pick.
Yeah, that's true. Is he in? Let's see where he's at.
Florida.
Did I miss him already? I must have been.
Giroux.
Yeah, we could take Claude. Oh, Cloud.
You know what's crazy is that Aaron Ekblad has 8 points on the year.
It's a lot lower than I thought. I think. Well, actually, no, I shouldn't say that because I was going to say he used to run the power play, but they've had Montour and then Jones moved in right after Montour, basically.
Yeah.
So they haven't really needed him.
You know what's actually maybe a good pick? He's got 2 points in 2 games since re-signing is Robbie Fabry.
Yeah, he was on that list, on this list here, and I would agree. I mean, I don't think Nash. I mean, not like Nashville's a world beater either. And
no, I know. I know we have Saros, but it's not a big deal. Like having conflicting guys. Like if he scores 1 goal, that's 10 points, and it's
totally
unreal.
Okay, we have $700 left, but I really don't think we tinker with this team anymore. I think it's pretty well-rounded.
Yeah.
Nice.
Another guy we could maybe mention for the Robbie Fabry spot.
Yeah.
Doesn't have a point in like 6 games. Is Matt Duchene.
Ooh, let's see here.
So does he pop off? That's high risk though. High risk pick.
That would be high risk, yeah. Although I do feel like Duchene and Fabry would be equally high risk to me anyway.
Right. Yeah, I would say so.
What's your heart telling? What's your gut telling you?
Oh, do we go? Oh, we missed this guy by $100. I was gonna say, do we go with Harley, Thomas Harley, but he's $3,800. So, nope. I think my gut tells me Robbie Fabry. I've always kind of liked him. So.
All right, we'll keep it.
Okay.
All right, there's our lineup. I am going to remove that. Ray, any last words before we jump off?
Yeah, I think it is absolutely insane that in the Eastern Conference, in last place, Columbus is 6 points out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
That is wild. This is as tight as it gets.
Yeah. So we'll talk standings here because the Oilers and the Leafs are basically have the same amount of points. So the Leafs have 33 points. The Oilers have 36, but they have 2 games in hand.
Right.
The Leafs are like 5 points out of the playoffs. The Oilers are in a playoff spot right now.
Yeah.
Like the East is like so bad that it's like good right now, you know? Like there's obviously there's a ton of teams above them.
Yeah.
The Leafs are 1 point away from last place and 5 points out of a playoff spot.
Yeah. It's so
same. Columbus is 1 point behind. Like there's no, like, obviously Carolina, Islanders, and Washington have kind of like separated themselves. This is, when did the Islanders jump into the playoffs? In my mind, I don't think I've seen the Islanders win a game this year, and they have 19 wins.
I've
ignorant hockey fan right now.
I've had like the opposite perspective every time I check they're winning. That's funny.
I mean, they've won 3 in a row, 6-3-1. Matthew Schaefer, obviously, one of the main reasons they're winning.
Yeah, and I've been keeping an eye on them because I have Barzell in my fantasy. But yeah, that's like, I'm surprised that they're there. Before the year, I would have picked them to like do the same thing, be like 2 spots out of a wild card.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
totally.
And I'm also surprised that Washington's doing it again.
Well, yeah, me too. I had them missing the playoffs for sure.
Yeah.
Because I felt like last season was a lot of like, obviously feed Ovechkin, and that kind of turned like into like a motive for them, and they just like kept winning, and then they had the hot start, right? Like they started like 12-1 or something like that, and when you start 12-1, you can't miss the playoffs at that point because you're not going to go on a streak the other way.
Yeah.
This year they started out a little colder, but yeah, 18-10-4, 40 points. Like, I don't think that roster is great, but like Chikrin's playing out of his mind, could play his way on to Team Canada potentially, or the USA, because he can go to either team.
Yeah.
And I think he's accepting either offer at this point.
Yeah.
And I think both teams would be lucky to have him. The guy's scoring at an unbelievable rate too.
Just a beast.
And Ovechkin's kind of like an afterthought now. He's still scoring, but like obviously they have pieces there that are.
Yeah, I watched the Washington game and I was like, holy, this guy's moving like a fridge.
Yeah, he is slowing down.
Still has a shot, but yeah.
The shot will never leave, which is what we always said like Ovechkin's game. He'll just retire when he wants to, not because he has to.
Yeah.
Because his game he can always score 20 goals a year. He's got 14 goals in 32 games. He's on a 41 goal pace. A 40 goal pace again this year. And he's 40 years old.
Yeah, I feel like he'll pull when he does retire from the NHL. I think he'll pull a Yager and just play in Russia till he's 40.
100%. He's gonna own a team. It's looking back at Ovechkin's stats, it's ridiculous the consistency that he had.
Yeah.
Although I will say though too, like we're talking about Matthews, how he's not playing as well lately. And like he's on pace for like 40 goals or something like that, which is still good.
Yeah.
Ovechkin had like some seasons there in a row where it was like 32, 38, 32, 33, 24 even, and like still broke the record. Like it's just a longevity thing at this point.
Yeah, I think it's you to beat Ovechkin, you need 20 50 goal seasons.
That's a lot. That is a lot. It's a lot of 50 goal seasons.
It's ridiculous.
Having a 69 goal season helps for sure, but Ovechkin had a 65 goal season in his second year or his third year. So,
yeah,
jeez, yeah. I would like Columbus. I mean, they could make a push for the playoffs. I think they have a decent roster. They get healthy, they'll be fine.
Ottawa.
I don't think anybody's out of it.
I think Buffalo's out of it, but
sorry, yeah. Okay. We'll say Buffalo's the only team in the East. In the West, I think there's a lot more teams that are Vancouver, Nashville, Calgary, Seattle, St. Louis. I think are all toast.
Yeah. I think the only team out of those bottom like 7 that could Winnipeg could do it, but
yeah, for sure.
And like maybe Seattle.
Yeah, they started off well. They've just really struggled lately, I guess.
Hard maybe. Everyone else, I think, is done.
Yeah. I would agree.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that is going to wrap up our show. We have one more show for the year, which is next week on Monday. We'll see if Ray can join us on that Monday. What we're going to do, or what I'm going to do, hopefully Ray joins, is we're going to give our Olympic rosters. So I will have my Olympic roster set. We obviously get the rosters on New Year's Eve this year. But I'm going to give you my prediction for the roster there, and then we will do. We haven't done our Western Conference wish list yet. I did Eastern Conference. We're going to say what each team is wishing Santa, hoping Santa gives them in the Western Conference, and we'll do another DraftKings lineup. Then that will be the last one for the year, and then we'll move into January.
Unreal. Wish list. I like that.
Wish list. Yeah, we did the Eastern Conference, and then we had some pressing stuff, and we never got to the Western Conference. So we'll do the Western Conference.
What did you say for our boys, the Leafs?
The Leafs, I had, I think I had goalie health as the main one.
Yeah, that's important.
Which is, you could kind of say it for every team, which is tough. Like you could be like, health is a thing for every team. The one thing I said though, the Islanders don't get a wish. They won the lottery last year and they shouldn't have. They don't get one. You got Matthew Schaefer. You don't get a present this year. But we'll come up with some Western Conference ones. Maybe both of us can each have one for each team, and then we'll do Olympic rosters, DraftKings, and that'll be our last stream for the year next year. Thanks for jumping on again, Ray. Really
Absolutely.
Appreciate you coming on. It's always better. Thanks to Aiden as well for jumping on. Enjoy the week, enjoy the games, and we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah. Go attend to Harry. I can hear him in the background.
Yeah, I know. All right. See you guys.
See you, buddy.